Dr. Miller,
Good day, Dr. Johnston. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am well. I'm excited to talk to the future doctors that we have hopefully been encouraging.
I am so excited to talk to them as well. I know they've been on our minds. We've been
Mhm.
talking
Yeah.
tonight, and as we've been working on our podcast and all of the wonderful projects that we've been involved in lately, we've been thinking about these future doctors and all of the work that they're going to do, all of this wonderful, wonderful work they're going to do out in the world to elevate leadership and all the work they're doing right now to get
All
through
the
the
work they're
doctoral
doing right
program.
now. They're
Yeah, yeah.
tired.
Yeah, yeah. But they're doing it. They are doing it. That's the most important thing
And our goal today is some real world application.
because it happens from the time you start this program. You can be applying it for every step of the way, which I love. That was the thing that made me most excited about it. Even at my most tired, I knew that I could take it all back into the office right away. I'm gonna tone that down a little bit. Let's just talk about how we're gonna use it in the future, how we're using it right now, and to change the shape of things.
We are specifically here today to talk about EDOL 705 Assignment 1.1, which has a lot to do with the communication plan. And I believe it is a signature assignment.
Mhm.
So my memory serves me there. They are long
Yes,
and
yes,
they really hold a lot of weight and
yes.
sometimes a culmination of many things.
Yep. That's
We're
what I
going
was
to
gonna say. Well, that's why I pointed at you. It's that culmination, right? You just don't let up on the gas. You just keep that that idea moving forward. And then by the end of the class, you have that signature assignment completed and you're ready to move it on out. This one, when we were talking about the communication factor, right? Really being able to, where we got the most from this, I believe, forgive me for speaking for you, Dr. Miller, but where I think we got the most from this when we were talking earlier was about being able to see, identify those patterns of communication. And you added this part. I loved it so much. How it's received,
Oh, yes. Yes.
how the communication is being received. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. I love that. Because sometimes we forget about that.
We do forget about that and you forget to check in, and even if it's received, and by received also, let's clarify, you're looking at
Yeah.
the action is taken due to your communication. Would be it needs to be received and comprehended, and there's a lot that goes into that, but
Agree.
this is a great starting point to get you thinking about it.
Hmm.
At the time, full disclosure, when we went through, it's like, this is so detailed. How would you ever have time to do something this detailed when you're really just talking about communication? Why do I have to note who I'm emailing and who I'm giving a video to? Why, I can remember some of those thoughts.
Right.
So we're here today to give you not only A, is it important, and also maybe a little bit of an acronym on how to think about some super duper practical application.
That is a great idea. I think I know which acronym I'm connecting. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Dr. Miller. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I like where you're going. Lay it on
And
the people.
to further sell this content,
Mhm.
we also just utilize this acronym for our podcast for current leaders that are accessing that in our community. So, and my team is going to get this content next week. So,
Right.
we're really truly using it, and it's all based on the idea of analyzing what is going on. And we're going to give you the nuts and bolts version to motivate you to do the longer version that is probably due Sunday, a
I think
Sunday
so.
coming up for you.
Yep, yep, I think so. I have to share too, the one thing that I remember in going through this was really that idea of making sure that it was all recorded and documented, right? That how you were communicating things and who was receiving what information and who was responsible for pushing things out, that really was documented very clearly, and that you could go back and look at how the information was put out there. And I think that's where the acronym comes in, to be able to help you just really quickly do that quick evaluation of the work that's happening, and being able to marry those two together out in the real world with your teams. Oh, I think it's killer.
So
Killer.
without further ado,
The
dare.
acronym DARE. We dare you. We absolutely dare you. I love it. Love it.
D,
Dare. D. Go.
different needs.
Different needs.
Who needs what? If you have a group of individuals that are unable to check email constantly, or they don't have a work cell phone, or what are the needs? What are the needs of the communication, and what are the needs of the receiver? All of those things.
Love it. A.
Abolish.
Abolish. Abolish. What are you going to stop doing that's not working? If there's too many emails happening about this, if we need to check in another way, if we need feedback from a communication, how are we going to get that information? And what are we going to discontinue doing because it's just not serving the communication plan in moving things forward?
R, review. Take a good hard look at those historic ways of communicating, traditional ways, the institutional ways, and see if that's truly working for the team that you are supporting based on the needs and the climate.
And revisit those that are working. And then perhaps it's an abolish item for those that aren't working. So love that. Review, review, review. E, our E for DARE is enhance. Enhance what's working. When you've had the opportunity to review what is actually working, what is preferred, now enhance those pieces. Use your appreciative inquiry to really take those pieces and elevate them so that they're even more effective.
That's great. Let's go through it one more time. I'm doing that for you, Dr. Johnston, because
I
I know
love
you
it.
love a repeat.
I love a repeat.
So, dare. D, different needs. A, abolish. R, review. And E, enhance. And we have a mantra for you. Just
Yes. This is going to help. We got to give him a little context on this one
go
with
for
the
it.
mantra. Mondays are days that we get together and we do planning, we communicate. We've decided that Mondays we're going to put out into the world a mantra. Whenever you pick it up is fine. We don't care what day this is, but that it's a leadership mantra, right? That it's something that we can hold on to as leaders as we're working through the week. Go.
Dare to evaluate the present.
Oh, so good. Dare to evaluate the present.
Because you may not like what you see, but take a look at it, be courageous. The more you do it, whether it's communication or any other random thing that you're dealing with in leadership, your team will appreciate it. Maybe not today, but they will eventually, because you don't want to keep doing the same thing that's ineffective, especially with communication.
No, it's everything, right? Builds trust. Love it. Love it. Dare to evaluate the present.
So we hope that helped. We hope it gave you another perspective and a way to consider this assignment as truly useful in your journey, and maybe even in your everyday life currently as you're leading. So get to work. Best of luck. Take a
Get
nap.
to work.
You're
Keep your
almost
chins
there.
up. Future doctors.